Crypto family, the fear is fading, and the market just flipped green. Bitcoin's blasting back above $106,000, Ethereum's ripping past 3,600, and even our POW beast Kaspa is leading the charge, up over 7% in 24 hours. And guess what? Right as the market starts to heat up again, President Trump just reignited the ultimate liquidity spark, a potential $2,000 tariff dividend straight into Americans' pockets. We've seen this movie before, and we know how it ends. Bitcoin moons, alts explode, and early believers win big. Let's break it all down. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to Gold Rush Crypto Daily, your spot for real crypto talk, no hype, just conviction. Smash that like button, drop a comment if you're holding CAS or stacking sats, and let's get into today's insane setup. As of this morning's data from CoinMarketCap, total crypto market cap has jumped to $3.69 trillion, up nearly 5% in 24 hours. We've officially absorbed last week's fear, and the market's eyeing that clean $4 trillion mark. Liquidity's rotating, sentiment's snapping back, and the structure remains beautifully bullish. Bitcoin's reclaiming the crown at around $106,388, up 4.66%. What's key here is that $100,000 is now acting as solid new support, the same level that was resistance just a few days ago. Institutional demand is still the engine here. ETF inflows are rising again, miner sell pressure is fading, and on-chain accumulation's ticking up. If we stay above $105,000, next leg targets are $110,000 to $115,000, and that's when retail confidence usually kicks back in hard. Ethereum's outperforming Bitcoin right now, trading around $3,623, up 6.6% in a day. That's a big deal because ETH strength usually signals the early phase of an altcoin rotation. We're seeing renewed staking flows, and gas fees remain low thanks to the Fusaka upgrade, which keeps Layer 2 activity buzzing. If ETH closes above 3,600, the next target's 3,900 to 4,000, and that's when the smaller caps usually catch fire. Now, our star of the show, Kaspa, or KS, currently trading around 5 cents, 0.05345, up almost 7% in the last 24 hours. That means KAS actually outperformed both Bitcoin and Ethereum on the day. It's showing early signs of alt rotation strength while the market's still recovering. And honestly, that's pretty bullish. Network fundamentals remain insane. GhostDAG pushing more than 10 blocks per second, over 150 million transactions a day in testing, and node counts approaching 700. If that doesn't scream resilience, I don't know what does. Support sits at 4.5 cents, resistance up near 5 cents, break and close above 5 cents on strong volume, $40 million or more, and this thing could sprint towards 6 to 8 cents fast. Remember, KAS is still down about 75% from its 20-cent all-time high, so this is prime accumulation territory for smart money. Alright, let's talk about the wild card that could supercharge this rally. According to Watcher Guru, President Trump just announced Americans could receive a $2,000 dividend payment, excluding high-income earners. He's calling it a tariff dividend, funded by revenue from United States import tariffs, and it's set to go directly to citizens. If that sounds familiar, it's because we've seen this exact setup before. Back in March 2020, Trump signed the CARES Act. Adults got $1,200, kids $500, and what happened next? Crypto history was written. Satoshi Flipper posted the receipts. That first stimulus ignited the biggest crypto bull run in history. People literally spent those checks on Bitcoin. Coinbase and Binance both reported identical $1,200 BTC buy orders across thousands of accounts. Within 6 weeks, Bitcoin pumped 50% from $6,800 to $10,000. Over the following year, BTC went from $3,800 to $69,000, ETH from $120 to $4,800, and the total crypto market cap from $180 billion to $3 trillion. So now picture this: $2,000 checks in a 2025 market that's already got ETFs, better access, and global adoption. Even if 5 to 10% of that capital trickles into crypto, that's tens of billions in fresh retail inflows. This isn't hopium, this is liquidity logic. Money moves where returns are fastest, And right now, that's Bitcoin and the alts gearing up behind it. And this one blew up. When Eric himself posted a Kaspa-related tweet saying, "Make it happen, at World Liberty Fi, you should list $Kas." The community went absolutely ballistic. The post showed a limit order buying 39,177 KS at about 5.1 cents, basically saying, put your money where your mouth is. Now, whether this was a playful nod or not, it gave Kaspa mainstream exposure overnight. Crypto influencers, traders, and even normies started asking, what's Kaspa? Kaspa's not just another altcoin, it's a layer 1 proof-of-work chain using block-DAG technology, allowing parallel blocks instead of single-chain bottlenecks. Translation? Bitcoin-level security with lightning-fast confirmation speeds, and no pre-mine, no VCs, no nonsense. If this thing gets mentioned in the same breath as pro-Trump DeFi projects like World Liberty Finance, it could easily become a flagship POW narrative in the next bull wave. Kaspa Sydney caught something huge. Wallet number 1 now holds over 1.16 billion KS, which is 4.31% of total supply. That wallet added 338,000 KAS in just 24 hours. Some think it's Gate.io preparing for deeper liquidity, others say it's a new OTC player stacking big. Either way, whales aren't buying at the top. They're loading up when retail's distracted, when fear's high, and when the price looks boring. That's how early cycle accumulation always starts. Meanwhile, Kaspa just hit an all-time high in node count. 697 public nodes, only a few dozen away from 700. That's not hype. That's decentralization being proven in real numbers. The community's taking it seriously, because running a node in Kaspa means contributing to security, redundancy, and the network's proof-of-work legitimacy. And that's why Kaspa stands out. While some projects chase centralized partnerships and token gimmicks, Kaspa's building ground-up strength, miners, nodes, believers. This is literally what Bitcoin looked like in 2013, raw, real, and growing. Here's the macro view. Markets shook off fear, liquidity's coming back, and even political noise is turning into potential catalysts. We're early in the rotation phase. Bitcoin builds the floor, Ethereum leads, and then altcoins, especially strong layer 1s like Kaspa, explode. The fact that Kas is green while most coins are still recovering tells you exactly where the smart money's rotating. If we clear 5.6 cents and hold it, the next run could target 6 to 8 cents, maybe even 10 cents as sentiment flips full risk on. For long-term holders, these are the moments you remember. So to recap, market cap back near $3.7 trillion, bulls are back. Bitcoin holds $100,000 as new support, Ethereum leading alt strength, and Kaspa outperforming majors, whales accumulating, and nodes at all-time highs. Add Trump's $2,000 stimulus tease, and you've got a perfect storm for a major Q4 rotation. Alright fam, that's it for today's Gold Rush Crypto Daily. If you found this helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop your KAS price target in the comments. I'll pin the best one. And remember, this isn't financial advice, just one guy stacking conviction. Until next time, stay early, stay hungry, and stay bullish.